Although not named in the Principal Auditor's report, court documents obtained by GDC confirm it was Joelle Baglietto who was paid the $260,000 out-of-court settlement it refers to. 18 pages of the report are dedicated to issues related to Miss Baglietto. The investigation goes back to 2017, when she was working in the ERS. Court documents show that Miss Baglietto claims it was during this time that she was accused of excessive invoicing and a lack of integrity by management. She says this culminated in a senior staff member throwing a stack of papers at her, leading to her to bleed from the mouth and suffer a mental breakdown. She said she felt persecuted and bullied. Her claim also states she later developed psychological issues, such as anxiety, insomnia and agoraphobia. The Principal Auditor's report says that Joelle Baglietto was then suspended on full pay during a fraud investigation, but was later cleared by the RGP and reinstated in July 2018. She then took sick leave until June 2019, at which point she was retroactively placed on gardening leave, a status the auditor says is not officially recognised by civil service rules. The report says Miss Baglietto remained on leave for over 3 years, collecting her full salary and an additional £370 monthly allowance, totalling over $124,000. In 2020, she filed a legal claim against the government citing personal injury, negligence and financial loss, totalling nearly $300,000. Although the auditor's report flagged many of the figures listed in this document as unsupported. The same year, the auditor says she met with the Chief Minister to discuss a settlement. Tony Sacramento says her legal claim was never defended by government, despite those being named committed to refuting allegations. The case was settled, and in the summer of 2022, Miss Baglietto was paid £260,000 plus over £19,000 in legal expenses. While still on gardening leave, Miss Baglietto was then promoted to a Grade 4 civil service post at the ERS in October 2022. The auditor notes this promotion was a condition of her settlement. Once in this position, the report states she took 28.5 days off work within 7 months without handing in a sick note or annual leave form. In September 2024, she was transferred to the Ministry of Justice, and just 2 days later, she was promoted again and given a substantial pay rise. Financial irregularities were also highlighted in the report, including nearly £1,000 Miss Baglietto claimed for overtime during days she was on sick or on annual leave.
They are, and they have always been, the only party in Gibraltar that could ever deliver this deal.
Further concerns were raised over her continued high-profile political activity, particularly during the 2023 elections, which the auditor says she was prohibited from doing due to her position in the civil service. The report also notes she had outstanding debts to the tune of almost £11,000 to the Department of Education and the GSLA. The Principal Auditor said he was very concerned with the lack of management displayed, and his investigation into Miss Baglietto has left a string of unanswered questions. Why was she granted gardening leave, and why did it last over 3 years? Why was her legal case not defended by government? Were proper procedures followed in her promotions? And why was her political activism allowed?